Got some back roads and send it! Right, so in today's video we're going to be installing an N75 valve or boost control solenoid valve onto my site at Ibiza. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because it just kind of simplifies your vacuum system on your VAG car. You can do this mod on many other cars apart from the Seat Ibiza, but in this video we're going to be doing it on my Seat Ibiza. So it's a really simple process to install. I'll show you how to do it as I go along. Now, there is some key benefits from this. Obviously it simplifies your vacuum system, and also apparently it makes your boost more responsive, so that's another plus as well. But I also have heard some good and bad things about this, so if I'm honest, we're going to just completely take out all those negative stuff and just do an independent review on this. You know exactly what it's like, first hand from me. So anyway, it should be really easy to do, so let's get out there and get this installed. Now also, something else I've been noticing is that a lot of you who are watching this aren't subscribed, so honestly, if you are new to the channel and you're watching my videos, then please subscribe, because there's no point watching my videos if you're not subscribed. So give this video a like, that'll help my videos get recognised and all that kind of good stuff. I really appreciate all the support you guys are giving me, so carry on that, I'd really appreciate it. Alright, so here we are in the engine bay now. By doing this mod, you actually completely do away with this vacuum box. Now, I've heard these things can be temperamental, and when they go wrong, they cause a lot of problems and they're expensive to repair. So this is a much cheaper alternative if this goes wrong. Right, so I think the first thing what we'll do is we'll remove this, get that bolted to the car, and we can figure out how to wire it in and all that kind of good stuff. So let's crack on. So anyway, that is the N75 valve bolted on, and it's in quite a nice tidy location. It really frees up a lot of space here, it just looks a lot cleaner as well. So I think the next thing to do, I'm just going to try and figure out where all the vacuum lines go. Also, I'll show you where they go as well. Then we can get to wiring it in, and then that's job done. So let's crack on. Right, so now it's time to plumb in all the vacuum lines before we actually wire in the plug. So what I'll do is I'll put a wee kind of diagram on screen now, so you can see it for yourself and so you can see where all the vacuum lines go. And I'll just generally show you what it is and how I'm doing it anyway. It's really easy. Anyway, let's rock on. Right, so that is all plumbed in now. So you got this vacuum line here, that goes to your actuator, your turbo, and that goes to just there. Then you got this one here, which goes to, this basically goes to your tandem pump, and that one there is just like a little kind of vent, that's not really important. Let's wire in the plug, and then we can start the car up and take it for a test drive. All the kind of vacuum lines are in the correct place. Shut up! Oh, I tell you, these seagulls, man, they do my nutting. Fucking seagulls. Right, anyway, now onto the wiring. Now, before I actually cut into these wiring and things like that, I've just basically put on some electrical pins, so we can actually just pin it in and make sure this works properly. Now, the pins that you're going to want to use on the plug is numbers 3 and 5. Now, I'll pin them in, they make sure it actually works first before we actually, start cutting wires and all that kind of stuff. Right, that's us pinned in. I just hope that, obviously, the two pins that I put in there are on the same side as this, but we'll soon see. But yep, that's it pinned in, as you can see. Now, just to let you guys know, I'm not going to leave it like this. This is to make sure it's working before we take things further. So, I think now that that's installed, we'll start the car up, make sure everything's okay. Right guys, the moment of truth. Right, so that is the N75 valve finally installed now. everything's nice and tidy now. That's all the wiring kind of just tidied up, and everything looks presentable and good. And that is it installed. So I'm going to tidy up my tools, and then we'll take it for a test drive and make sure everything's okay. So I'll back the camera in a minute. Now we'll take it for a wee test drive and just make sure everything's okay. We'll take it on some back roads and send it. Now the engine management light, you'll just basically need to get that mapped out. But the car, the engine management light won't affect the way the car runs. That's just because there's no EGR or anything like that at all. I don't know if it's just me imagining things, but it definitely feels a little bit more aggressive. Like, so I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know a massive amount about how boost valve things work. But I mean, obviously, well, they control boost, obviously. So, but I mean, it's boosting at just over 1.5 bar of boost. It's about 1.6 bar, I think it says boosting at. It's not bad. Now, something else worth mentioning, that if you find, like, with this N75 valve, if you like have any loss of power or anything like that at all, then I can assure you it's probably the valve is faulty. But these valves, they're pretty cheap to buy, so if your valve does go wrong, you can buy them pretty cheap.
Crunch, crunch.
Tell you what, right, the gearbox of this car, I swear it's fucked. Like, it always crunches going to third, this thing. Right, so I've just pulled over just to basically wrap this video up. It seems to be a success, but these N75 valves, they can go wrong. So if you buy one second hand, it could be a hit or a miss, so you're better buying an N75 valve brand new. But regardless, with this install, I'd say it's been a success. It seems to be boosting a little bit better as well, but everything should be much better when the car gets mapped to the hybrid turbo and things like that. But anyway, if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. If you found it helpful and things like that, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video.